remember sitting at the University of Louisville's library, and a brand new teacher had assigned us a 1,000-word essay. A 1,000-word essay. And that's actually not that long. Maybe a couple pages. But I remember just sitting there freaking out about it. 1,000 words. I got to read it. I got to write 1,000 words about what? Last night, the U.S. Congress just passed a $900 billion COVID stimulus package. And I believe with the $2.3 trillion package off to the side for governments, and this package was 5,500 pages. There is no way anybody in Congress read this thing. Bernie Sanders didn't read it. Bernie Sanders never read the damn thing. Tulsi Gabbard voted against it. Rashida Tlaib voted against it. There's a lot of shit that's tucked away in 5,000 pages. They could have ripped our Bill of Rights away. They could have stolen, there's talk about civil rights and labor rights being stripped. And then surveillance, and they always like to tack shit on, right? People want to get mad at Medicare for all, and other people tacking shit on. Look at all this shit that they tacked on with this damn bill. Right now on Twitter, hashtag vote them all out is trending. Vote them all out. So I was just wanting Pelosi to get voted out, and now America is sitting there saying, they say 15,000 tweets. Vote them all out. Vote them all out. Get the hell out of here. What the fuck did you all just do? Bernie, I'll just say Bernie is a symbol, right? Bernie is one of the most, Saint Bernie. Saint Bernie didn't read it. Only Tulsi and Rashida voted against it. Let's listen to Tulsi Gabbard.
Hey, everybody. I just got back from having voted on the House floor on this massive spending bill. I voted against it, and I wanted to tell you why. First of all, this bill is over 5,500 pages long. We received the text of this bill at approximately 2:30 this afternoon, and we're told we'd have to go and vote on it just a few hours later. There is no way that anybody in Congress had the opportunity or the time to go through and read this bill to know exactly what was in it. I've been here long enough to see how provisions are snuck into these bills literally in the dark of night without any announcement, without telling anyone what is in it, and then rushed through in the manner that we have just seen tonight. This is the height of irresponsibility, and it is absolutely no way for the people's representatives to be able to represent the interests of the American people. The second thing is the central part of this bill was supposed to be about providing direct COVID relief to the American people who are struggling and who need help the most. This bill dished out hundreds of billions of dollars going towards special interests, going towards the military-industrial complex, going towards foreign countries, meanwhile saying, here's what's left for you. You get $600. I'll tell you, in Hawaii, that in most cases won't even cover 25% of your rent. It is an insult and a slap in the face to every single American in this country who is struggling because of this COVID pandemic, who is concerned about not being able to pay the rent, about eviction, about whether you'll have enough to buy groceries or medicine for yourself or your loved ones. This bill is a representation of the screwed up priorities of Washington. It should be fighting for you and making sure that you, the American people, come first. This bill did not do that.
So that's Tulsi Gabbard, and she's absolutely right. What the fuck they stuffing in a 5,500-page bill in the dead of night? What the fuck could they? Well, we found out a couple things, okay? So we're going to go ahead and give Israel $500 million. Why? Who gives a shit, right? Israel gets $500 million. Nepal, we're going to give Nepal $130 million. Burma, we gave Burma $135 million. We got $600. Burma got 135 million. Israel, 500 million, $500 million. Ukraine, 453 million, nearly $500 million. So Ukraine and Israel got nearly $500 million. Sudan, 700 million. That's, 0.7 billion. 700 million for Sudan. And then Egypt, $1.3 billion. We gave that dictatorship, that Mubarak fucking Sisi dictatorship, $1.3 billion. $1.3 billion is going to go to Egypt. Okay, so there you go. 900 billion, maybe $2 trillion. Who gives a fuck, right? I mean, we even talk about real money anymore? Egypt, $1.3 billion. Okay, so we're going through a COVID, pandemic, and Egypt needs $1.3 billion to their fucking dictatorship. Why the fuck would we even give Egypt a dime? Egypt is fucking dictatorship. They had a revolution that failed. It's a fucking military dictatorship. We shouldn't be propped in any military dictatorships up on. Thought we're the land of the free, home of the brave. Democracy is the way, is it not? So you have foreign countries, right? Foreign countries. You got the military-industrial complex. The Navy got something. The Air Force got something. The Space Force got something. This is on top of the $740 billion we just spent. $740 billion, $900 billion, $2.3 trillion. And what's our national debt? $20 trillion. We just, go ahead and add $5 more trillion to it. Fuck it. My God, these motherfucking politicians are throwing our money around like, Jesus. I mean, we'll get $600, right? But all those governments, they're going to brag, we got all that money, and, they got, $5 million in Pueblo, so I already see that government's, bragging about it. $10 billion, loan for the post office. That's good. $300 billion for the, the government payroll loans, the PPP. $170 billion for the $600, right? So $170 billion for $600. So we gave money to schools. We gave money to healthcare providers. We gave money to Israel, Sudan, Egypt. We gave money to Israel, Nepal, Burma. Are the homeless people even going to get their $600 check? Everybody got $600 fucking bucks. What's $600 going to do? Make people in California $1,700. I heard was rent in California $1,700, $600 bucks. I guess you can stay in California for another week and a half. So fantastic. After you fill this out, fill that out, and give them all your fucking information. Rashida Tlaib, let's read what she says on the tweet. My duty is to show up and represent my district. The 13th district was already struggling before COVID because they had been told over and over again to wait for meaningful change. And we can't wait any longer. I voted no on the COVID bill. Our folks are dying and we waited enough. Fantastic. That is fantastic. So, the 13th district, huh? Tulsi Gabbard voted against it. Rashida Tlaib voted against it. I Googled Tulsi and Toledo. This November 22nd, 2018 tweet came up. Tulsi said, hey, Donald Trump being Saudi Arabia's bitch is not America first. Rashida Tlaib tweeted, at Tulsi Gabbard, exactly. I can't wait to expose these un-American sellouts with you. Hashtag rooted in service. So both Rashida Tlaib and Tulsi Gabbard had stood up against Donald Trump once before for, kissing Saudi Arabia's ass. They're the ones perpetuating the genocide in Yemen. Why would we give Saudi Arabia a fucking dime? There's also, they're going to make it a felony if you illegally stream anything online. So this is Netflix. People share Netflix accounts, so now you're a felon if you share your Netflix account. I saw Hassan Abi, he had said something on Twitter about how now if somebody tweets a link and it was, streamed not the way that they say was legal and he retweets it, now he might be considered a felon. So this shit, you know, fucking laws have a slippery slope, 5,500 pages for 600 fucking bucks. I don't want my politician to vote for that shit. We should have been getting $2,000 a fucking year ago. We should already have $24,000 in our pockets, and we should be getting a $2,000 check in December, and then January, then February, then March, and April until we beat this motherfucking thing. What the fuck? How the fuck are we going to let this little tiny virus, it's SARS-2? We already had SARS-1. Why are we going to let SARS-2 beat the shit out of us? What the fuck did you just do, U.S. Congress, U.S. government? Our fucking government. Even Bernie didn't read that thing. 5,500 bills. Are any of the people going to read it? Anybody in America, if our representatives are reading, don't they have people on staff that could read this shit? Put everybody on staff to read every fucking page. Every fucking page and expose every fucking thing that they're trying to do. They're doing this right in front of our eyes. They're hiding right in plain sight. Vote them all out is trending. Vote them all out is right. Vote them all out. Tulsi Gabbard stepping down. Rashida Tlaib. Hell yeah. Forced to vote. Rashida Tlaib. She knows. She understands. She knows that her vote is bigger than... she knows. She wants meaningful change. Let's get universal health care. Universal basic income now. And, you know, reparations, something for black folks, right? And something for the black folks. But Medicare for all, universal basic income helps everybody. Reparations, ending the war on drugs, forgiving student loan. We could do, here's 4 things we could do by pen. Repeal the Patriot Act, extend public option, end the war on drugs, and forgive student debt all by pen. So, you know, just like stuff, man. Anyways, fuck. Yeah, we should vote all these bastards out. Vote them all out is right. All right. Peace.